Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we'll be taking a look at Thijs's Quest Warrior. This is a really interesting deck. Obviously comes to us from Thijs, courtesy of Matsu3192 over on Hearthstone. Big thanks to them for sharing this over to Hearthstone. Thijs, obviously a fantastic Hearthstone player, deck builder extraordinaire, one of the smartest and most talented people out there. Definitely someone you should check out if you haven't checked them out in the past. But you probably already know about them. And what they've got here is this interesting Quest Warrior build, or Taunt Warrior. We've seen lately in the last couple of expansions, particularly the most recent expansion, warriors kind of climb back from the depths of the low win rate pit. And a lot of that was due to Odd Warrior and Odd Quest Warrior. We've played quite a lot of those this expansion, and I think my overall vibe was that I think for me, I preferred the Odd Quest Warrior variety. I think that the quest really allowed you to close games out really quickly, and unfortunately one of the problems with Odd Warrior is that oftentimes you would take so long to actually win a game that it gives your opponent a lot of outs to draw their outs, or if they're like a combo deck, you just have such a low chance. I think we checked the HS replay stats at some point, and Odd Warrior's win rate versus some combo decks was as low as 20%, which is a really bad matchup and a really kind of negative play experience if you're, that was your only deck. Getting dunked by all varieties of Mechathune Druid, not great. But Quest Warrior, and Odd Quest Warrior rather, allowed you to win those games because you could just try and play as many taunts as possible, finish your quest around turn 7-ish, get that hammered down, start using that hero power, and people even started including cards like Blackwalled Pixie, which when combined with the Ragnaros hero power, really allow you to burn your opponent down very quickly and close those games out. So what we've got here with Thijs's Quest Warrior is, firstly, we're not playing Odd, and I think that that's a really smart decision. I think one of the aspects of playing that Odd Quest Warrior is if you did have those games where you needed to finish your quest as soon as possible, try and close that game out, you actually wouldn't get a lot of advantage out of your Odd hero power, outside of potentially maybe some good shield slams or some reckless flurries. Possibly, against those very aggressive decks, you can just kind of lean a bit more on that hero power. But in most situations, you actually don't get a lot of advantage out of that, and the disadvantage you suffer is pretty severe. You don't get to play any 2-drops or 4-drops, which in those early turns are really important. So I think the idea of just going back to regular Quest Warrior or regular Taunt Warrior, trying to finish that quest and really focusing on that hero power, I think that's a smart move. So we'll go through a couple of the card choices here. Obviously we've got the quest, just a single shield slam on one. I think that makes a fair bit of sense. We can potentially get some armor, but we're not going to be relying on shield slam as our hard removal of choice. We've got a couple of other options here because we're not Odd. Got a little Town Crier package in here, which I love little cute Town Crier packages. 2 Town Criers, and we've also got the Ziliax and the 2 Armani Warbears. Going to help us make sure that we've always got cards in hand, always got taunts to deploy, which is fantastic. Onto the 2s, we've got Cornered Sentry Dry Whiskerer Armorer. Welcome back. It's been a long time since we've had the classic duo in our deck, but love me some Cornered Sentry Dry Whiskerer Armorer shenanigans. Speaking of hard removal, this is kind of what I was talking about before with Execute. Execute's kind of a new piece of hard removal. Shout out, what's up, Tonahawk? Welcome. Executes our hard removal that we actually get to play. We can put some damage on things, get them dead, so we don't have to lean on that shield slam too much. Single slam in here, and Warpath as well. Warpath's going to be very good against those Odd Paladin decks out there. Combines very well with Acolyte of Pain as well, gives a bit of card draw. Phantom Militia, obviously one of the better cards, lets us get a lot of triggers on our quest at 6 or 9. Usually, I think Phantom Militia is the card where as long as you hit one of them, you are pretty likely to finish your quest on time. Shield Block in here as well. Stonehill Defender, once again, a taunt, going to give us another taunt, help us make sure that we have that critical mass of taunts to finish the quest. Onto the 4s, got 2 Blood Raisers in here and a Militia Commander. I'll be keen to see how well these cards go. It's been a while since we've played Blood Raiser and Warpath in a deck, so Very interesting. 2 brawls as the clear of choice. Like we said, because we're not odd, our Reckless Flurries wouldn't be very good. They'd be a lot harder to set up. We'd have to rely on like Shield Block Reckless Flurry or Dry Whisker Armor or Reckless Flurry a bit too much. So really leaning on Brawl against a lot of those more heavy minion decks or big mid-range decks like even Warlock. And then towards the end, we've got the Ziliax, the Armani Warbears we talked about before, and then just the Scourgelord Garrosh kind of as the lone other late game win condition. Can potentially deploy this a bit earlier before we finish our quest, or after we finish our quest, before we've played the hammer, get a little bit of value, control the board a bit more, then drop the hammer and start trying to win the game from there. So very keen to play this deck. It's been a hot minute since we've played regular Taunt Warrior, so we might be a little bit rusty, might be a little bit clunky, but even if we don't get some wins, I'm happy to learn our way around this deck. So let's go! Alright, up here with Thijs's Quest Warrior, up against a Warlock. I think we'll keep our Quest and an Acolyte of Pain on the coin. You've seen a lot of my deck reviews on YouTube. Awesome. Well, yeah, you're going to be able to watch one live here. Have you been playing Hearthstone for very long? New player? You an old player? Part of the furniture? So, let's hope this isn't Zoo. Hope this is maybe Control Lock. I think we might have an okay time against the controller. Since the beginning, since beta. Nice. Well, it's awesome to have you. Awesome to have some experienced players around. And what do you mainly play? Are you a standard human? Are you a wild human? Bit of an arena human? Get that beta card back, yeah. Weird. Double tap, you say?
Nice little raptors.
Bring the pain. Job done.
Could have gone for the shield block there. Possible that was the more correct move. Ooh, fully charged Spellstone.
Clever girl.
Clever girl. Such a quality voice line. Yeah, actually, Cornet Sentry might be like one of the top tier voice lines, both in the death voice line and the Enters Play voice line.
Unity, precision, perfection.
On Twitch, is there a way to see the screen on landscape? In top right corner, there's like a little. I think it looks kind of. It looks like a rectangle with two semicircles around it, kind of thing, like a rectangle in the process of rotating. All right, bit of an awkward turn here. Go for the Blood Razor.
I wonder.
I think we maybe just want to go for the shield block. Try this grab.
Strong and shiny.
You need to turn off the portrait lock on your phone. Oh, of course. Hopefully that helps. Make sure the portrait lock's off and then hit the little rotatey button. You can also, if you don't want to look at chat, I know there's another button that you can push that will, like, get rid of chat so you can have the full view. I mostly play standard. Ah. So it looks like a control warlock here. Would be my best guess. I think a Doomsayer probably indicates that pretty well too.
I hope you like my invention.
Novice Engineer though. Novice Engineer makes me think Mechathune.
Out of my jungle!
Direhorn, Hatchling, or Ziliax? Go with the Ziliax. We'll armor up. Pass it back. Let's see what's up. Yeah, Novice Engineer definitely making me think Mechathune. Don't see too many Control Warlocks with a Novice Engineer in it. So what are we at? We're at 2, so we're probably going to complete it with the Phantom Militia on 9. That's our opponent got. I think I would have gone for the Hornet as 2 threats against control. Is Ziliax better against Mechathune?
So many possibilities.
Not sure. Not sure. And I think the Direhorn or the Ziliax are both defensible. You can also, like, with the other Ziliax in hand, you know, if our opponent potentially goes for, like, a Dork here, we can play a Ziliax, hit it. If they leave our Ziliax in play, we can Magnetic onto it. But I think the Direhorn's also pretty defensible. My other thing was just that, you know, we've already got these Armani Warbears, which are going to be nice bodies. And I kind of just want the flexibility of a, you know, another rush minion. Let's just go for the bear here. I was really hoping to get a cheaper taunt minion. When do you normally go live? I believe you live in Melbourne and Sydney. So I go live 12 at midday Melbourne time. Ooh. Yeah, I think we'll just go for another bear here. And like we said, go for the Phantom Militia next turn to finish the quest.
Darkness rises.
Our witch shall never end. Our witch shall never end. Our witch shall never end.
Guess whose vigil is never ending? But yeah, I would totally... I think if anyone took Direhorn there, it's totally reasonable. But yeah, I go live 12 midday Melbourne time, which is slightly different Sydney time, I think. But I went through and changed. I actually got a new extension on Twitch for scheduling, which should convert the time into your local time.
Many possibilities.
Hopefully. I hope it set it up properly. Can watch during lunchtime at work. Yeah, actually usually between kind of 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock is, we get a lot of the lunchtime specials. So our opponent might have the Gul'dan here. That's pretty heckin' scary.
Unity, precision.
I think we'd rather hit our opponent's face as well. Just really put some pressure on them. I don't want to work on phone view. Yeah, well, it's a extension for. It's not like an overlay. It's just a little scheduler extension. I think it's a Streamlabs one as well. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only channel view. So this turn we can attack, then go like Cornered Sentry, Blood Razor, Hero Power.
Almost out of time. So many possibilities.
But if you follow, you should get notifications of time it's live. Correct.
I hope you like my invention.
Yeah, wow, all these novice engineers are really scary. I never thought I'd be this scared of a gnome, but it is truly frightening.
Nice little raptors.
Truly terrifying. Yeah, mortal coils as well. Golden Blood Reaver Gul'dan. Hell yeah.
And shadow. What now?
This is a tough one.
I wonder.
Now we go for the brawl here.
I must choose.
Run for it.
Damn it. Went for was really hoping we could hit that face there because we we'd potentially be able to lethal our opponent next turn. Now we're a little bit down on resources and I am not. Ooh. That's not the worst. We have this other Blood Razor that can clear this Swamp Ooze.
Clever girl.
So I have to go, but we'll have to learn how to use Switch. No worries. Hopefully we see you again soon. Thanks for stopping by. Got him.
Defend the gates. To me.
Alright, we got a Duda in play. See if we can Duda something with it. Thanks for your help. No worries. Big shout out to everyone in chat for helping Tonna out. Big love, big love.
Darkness.
The other Void Lord. I clicked my button.
To me.
How unfortunate.
Unity. Precision. Primitive. Out of my jungle.
Brawl? Brawl the Void Lord? No. Maybe? if we brawl the Void Lord and the Void Lord dies, problem is if the Void Lord lives, we're in a very bad position. What if we brawled, the Void Lord died, then we could have warpathed 3 times, then attacked and... No, I mean, you say that it's a bad play, but it's a 50-50 chance of actually winning the game. But the problem is, if you lose that flip, you're probably dead.
Will serve.
But yeah, if we had done that, the Void Lord dies, then we warpath 3 times, attack face with our weapon, and use our hero power, and they die. I'm a high risk player. I mean, that's pretty reasonable. Like, if you thought that if the game goes on longer, that you have a significantly reduced chance of winning,
Almost out of cards.
then going for a play like that totally makes sense. We should be able to, between a Trog Gloom Eater and a Warpath, we should be able to take out most combinations of minions that our opponent has.
I'm out of cards.
If they start going for Galvanizers here, yeah. That's fine. We can Warpath everything and Hero Power them. And I don't think they can go off with less than 10 mana. Right now they're just dead. Okay. Sweet. So double Warpath. Yeah.
For now.
Interesting. So definitely been a while since we've seen Mechathun Warlock, but I think we are perfectly... This is definitely an example of a game where if you were playing Odd Warrior, I don't think you could really win that. Or it would be very, very hard. Because our opponent was making... They were getting through their deck at a pretty quick pace. Odd Quest Warrior probably would have had maybe a little bit of a better chance. You know, you kind of saw exactly what happened as soon as we got that Ragnar's hero power down. But yeah, we were able to do exactly what we we were able to execute our game plan, close the game out relatively quickly, even though our opponent had a Void Lord on 9, had a Gul'dan at a pretty reasonable time, and then had another Void Lord after that. We were still able to hero power through. So there you go. Let's get on to the next one.
You give me strength.
Alright, here we are with Thijs's Quest Warrior up against Priest. We'll keep the Fire Plume's Heart Acolyte of Pain once again. Now let's see what our opponent's on. There's definitely been a lot of really good Priest decks wandering around. A lot of Miracle Priest, though significantly less than a couple of weeks ago. A lot of Mind Blast Priest. Quest Warrior, I see. Yes, Jimbo, we're playing Thijs's Quest Warrior. Really interesting to be playing a non-odd warrior deck. I think most of the warrior decks we've been checking out have either been like Dragon Warrior, which we didn't really like too much, or they've been Odd Warrior or Odd Quest Warrior. And yeah, it's really refreshing to be able to play some 2-drops and 4-drops. So we've got a pretty reasonable kind of hand here. Would love to see like a Militia Commander or a Blood Razor.
I wonder. Thank you.
Let the pain speak to me. Greetings.
I think our opponent might have been AFK for a bit, giving us the old thanks for waiting.
Brilliant.
Bring the pain.
Yeah, I think we'll take our 2 cards. We'll get that charge off our Blood Razor. It's always it's always a tough situation to have 2 charges on a Blood Razor. Very kind of difficult to manage.
Unity. Precision.
Get a Ziliax down here. It's fine to not get much value off of the rush. Interesting. So we're at 1 out of 7. We can play 2 Phantom Militias, so it'll be 3 next turn. That'll be 4. Turn after we can Town Crier. Be 5. So I think we'll just go for the Town Crier and the shield block. This is Mind Blast Priest. Hopefully the extra armor is going to make it a lot tougher for them to combo out, whilst we also apply pressure with our quest at some point. Ooh, that is a real weak Witchwood Grizzly. Especially when we have this Armani Warbear coming in. So we're going to go for the Phantom Militia on 9. It won't finish our quest, but it will put us one taunt away. So we can possibly on turn 10 go for... I think we'll just Shield Slam that. And our Shield Slams aren't going to get much better. Still lets us play our Armani Warbear. If our opponent wants to Psychic Scream this, that's totally fine. We'll have the triple Phantom Militia. Mass Hysteria. So this could go terribly for our opponent. No, it went very well for our opponent. They still had to use the Shadow Word Dancing, so I think that's fine. Sad Bear. Sad Bear meets Happy Bear.
Our witch shall never end. Our witch shall never end. Our witch shall never end.
Alright, so what's our actual chance of picking up a taunt? We've got 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 taunts. It's not a lot. And that's a Planning Gallery.
Let the pain speak to me.
I don't really want a Warpath. Maybe we Slam. Slam makes the Execute a bit worse. Alright, I'm gonna hold on to this Slam. I think it's maybe not a great...
Hand is full.
Oh, burning that Spirit Lash is great. I think that was one of the cards I was kind of most concerned about. Oh, I guess if they have a Psychic Scream here though. Okay. Never mind. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's lethal, friend. Okay. Wow, if they picked up that Spirit Lash with this Malagos, we would have been absolutely positively dunked. Can we kill our opponent this turn now?
Of my jungle.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 13. No, so we can't kill them. I'm sure there was a lethal line here. Keep in mind that we did have to play. We did have to play that slam. We had to play the slam to get the Stonehill. So I guess we could have just gone slam Stonehill, not executed the Malagos, and then gone for like the 50-50 on the hero power. But if we don't get it right, then the Malagos doesn't die. I guess we could have gone for the hero power first, and then just, if it did go on the Malagos, traded one of our Dry Whisker armor into it. So, interesting. Let me know, if you're watching on YouTube, which line would you have gone for? Or would you have totally gone for a different line earlier in the game? Let me know. I'm keen. But well played to our opponent. They did very well. Okay, here with the Quest Warrior up against Priest. Just keep the Fire Plume's Heart here. Let's try and find our Town Criers. Let's try and find our Acolyte of Pains. And most notably Stonehill Defender. I think that's one of the best cards at really filling out the curve. Waka, the guy from Final Fantasy X who plays Blitzball. Yes, also the, like, I think Australian colloquial term for worries. No Wakas, no worries. Deepag, Kali, what is going on? Kind of OP, this deck's sweet. Well, yeah, I mean, it comes to us from Thijs. You know that boy knows how to make a deck. This is scary, though. This is really scary. Our opponent is on Miracle Priest, and they just get to land a Radiant Elemental on turn 2. I am Australian and what? You're probably not bogan enough then. I think that's what that means. Draw last because we're a talented person. But we've set up a situation where we can get a double warpath off, but I think our... well, they didn't play any Power Word Shields.
Precision.
That's pretty good though.
Perfection.
Execute's a good pickup, so I think we'll just go for the double warpath, make sure our opponent can't do anything too brutal, then we'll try and hit this with an execute. Next turn, possibly just go for the Ziliax. Roll for Blitzball damage. So, y'all gotta fill me in, all you Final Fantasy X heads, because, like, I played a lot of Final Fantasy X, but what I certainly didn't play a lot of is Blitzball. Like, what is it all about? What's the deal?
Defend the gates! To me!
Making a lot of progress on this quest, hey? I think this might be one of those, like, stem the bleeding kind of games, but I don't know if a deck that's playing Gilded Gargoyle is going to allow us to take a breather.
Unity. Precision. Prevention.
It was bad because I don't know how to play it properly, and I was 12 years old. That game was bad because I didn't understand it. Warriors of the frozen wastes, rise. It's a pretty good draw. You know, they say he draws well. It's soccer in a ball of water. I don't know what to tell you. Triple Triad is the superior Final Fantasy minigame. Don't at me. What's Triple Triad? What is Triple Triad? Resolve the frozen wastes. Rise. It's okay. We can kill that.
Primitive.
It'll result in us taking 8, but I think it's definitely worth it. And by that I mean it's probably not worth it. Especially if our opponent has another Eternal Servitude. It's really bad. Top of your deck being pretty kind. Yeah, if the top of our deck also contained another Phantom Militia or a Stonehill Defender that got us another Phantom Militia. It's okay. It's okay. You can kill all those. Can even draw a card. What do we want to play? No, we're activating our Bladestorm this turn, so. Hey, there we go. There's a good boy. Get out of my jungle. Nice. Triple Triad is a card game in Final Fantasy VIII. What? I played a lot of Final Fantasy VIII and I never got it. Where did this come from? Oh. Jeez, I guess. Opponent's gonna be drawing up a storm. Storming up a draw.
Away!
Do I want to draw a card with this Acolyte of Pain? Maybe. It's okay, maybe they'll have the third Xerix Cloning Gallery.
Unity, precision, perfection.
It's a good burn. I take 1d4 pizza damage? What? Is that what the Triple Triad is? Is it a game about eating pizza? It's big math for big smarties who like numbers. That's definitely not me. I mean, I like numbers, but I'm no smarty. If I eat pizza and then have inner health plus tablet, will my inner health still get the +1 damage bonus? What are you talking about? Bunch of garbage people in chat. That's what's up. I think I want to brawl. I think I want to Dry Whisker Armor a brawl.
Time passes. Enemy Ziliax lives. Ugh, I'm so frustrated. It has quite a lot of Lich King cards, don't they? I am the essence of magic. Out of my jaw.
Nice little raptors. I think now is where we want the Direhorn. Just the one Phantom Militia? Is that even good? I think we need to get as much value out of these as we possibly can. What?
Unity, precision, perfection.
Alright, let's just go for the triple Phantom Militia here. Opponent can keep their 5/5 dork. I like maximizing value also. Yeah. Especially a guy with a full hand. Oh! Everything died. Oh, did this militia already attack? That's a bold play. Bold, aggressive play.
Time passes.
We could attack, but then this shield slam's gonna be really bad. So I think we want to shield slam this turn.
Before me.
Job's done.
Yes, we did have the shield block, so this shield slam's not terrible. Maybe we should have just attacked. You still have shield block, so I don't know. Yeah, no, you're probably right. We should have just attacked that turn and do we go bear and attack, or do we go like cornered sentry brawl? I think we just go bear. Attack. I guess the cornered sentry brawl we might have to save for this turn if we don't die.
Nice little raptors.
Who wins? Raptor wins. I think we're dead. Regardless. I think we're pretty dead. We'll put our opponent on 2 in case we like draw a Blood Razor. Still kill them. If our opponent has like Mind Blast and Polyfire? No, they don't. Interesting. Well, I think we have lethal then, right? With this Warpath. Warpath 3 times and then we Hero Power them. Or we just draw the Blood Razor. But no, we'll go for this one. Wow, that was a really tight game. That was really, really tight. I think we definitely goofed on that turn we played the Shield Slam. Definitely didn't want to do that. Though maybe our opponent would have lethal this with that Mind Blast if we had gone for that route, because we'd be on a little bit less health. But it was really tight. Our opponent had double cloning gallery, which we managed to get through there. I mean, thank God we had the Scourge Lord Garrosh. Opponent had a million Lich King cards. I don't know what they were. Maybe they just got like, I don't know, a bunch of Army of the Damned or something like that, or Doom Pacts or whatever. 5 Doom Pacts were in their hand. But yeah, we kind of clutched that out. So we'll take a look at the deck. Ultimately, I've been really, really impressed with this Quest Warrior. Whilst it does feel a little bit like it's a little bit deceiving, because all these cards here are not particularly powerful. None of them kind of scream like, oh, you know, there's not even any Dynamatics, which is definitely a card I think in Odd Warrior that kind of screams out as just being like, this is just good on its own. We're kind of just playing a bunch of dorks and, you know, playing a couple of interesting one-offs like the Militia Commander and the Shield Slams and stuff, and the one-off slam, but it all really ties well together, and it really feels, I don't know if you're out there on YouTube land get this feeling, but it feels like a very well-tailored deck, that every card is in there for a reason, and I really like that. So big shout-outs to Thijs for this fantastic deck. Once again, another big shout out to Matsu3192 as well for sharing this deck on Hearthstone. If you are watching over on YouTube or on Hearthstone, of course, all links are in the description, including a link over to the Hearthstone deck article. If you're not already there, definitely give the deck a +1. Leave a lovely, thoughtful comment, like I know you will. Let me know. Do you prefer Control Warrior, Odd Quest Warrior, Regular Quest Warrior? What do you prefer? Dead Man's Hand? What's your particular favourite flavour of Warrior? Mine's chocolate chip. My name's Tommy Wave. All the links for me are down there as well, including Twitter at Tommy_Wave. That's the best place to catch me. If you've got another sweet deck like this, send it to me. Happy to play it on stream. And until next time, stay safe, stay wavy, get some ice cream. Bye. I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out other ones over here, or come subscribe to the Wave Pool for more excellent times.